There it is. Okay.
Oh, BBC.
Mm-hmm.
BBC is a very professional news outlet. I feel like I can trust the BBC with the kind of content that they make for me. The kind of and it's there. Look at this, learning, discovery. This is great.
I don't trust government-run news, James.
Really?
It's not your government. Wait, what about
Still.
PBS?
What?
Well, that's
I
government
don't trust
funded.
the characters on Sesame Street to give me my news. No.
Oh.
What about
Anyway.
the one with AIDS? Do you trust that one?
I
South
sympathize
African.
with her.
Speaking of AIDS, we're playing the Teletubbies game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Only because
What the fuck?
nightmare. I've never seen an episode.
Really?
No, I've only seen
All right,
clips.
what's the matter?
Just bring me back, dude.
Bringing you back to what?
I used to be one of these people a long time ago.
What? You used to be a Teletubby?
Yes, you heard me right.
The main reason why we're playing this today, Ryan let it slip that at one point in his career, he was a Teletubby,
Not just a Teletubby.
but not on the TV show.
Were you the purple one?
I was anyone that...
Hold on. Were you Tinky Winky,
Yes.
Nipsey?
No. No.
What is it? Hold on. I can get these. Tinky Winky,
You're one. You got one.
Dipsy,
No.
Tipsy,
Okay, yeah, Dipsy.
Dipsy,
Yeah.
Ner,
No.
Tinky Winky, Dipsy,
There's
something. It's all. There's less and less syllables
Yes,
per
exactly.
per one.
The little one is the fourth one you're talking about.
So
that's-
Tinky Winky.
you played the small one. You're like,
no, I
Dipsy.
usually was Tinky Winky.
La la.
Yes, La La.
Po.
Yeah,
Yeah,
James
got it.
La La and Poe.
okay.
See?
I
So
was never Poe. I can't be Poe. I'm too
Poe
tall.
small. Poe small.
Yeah.
What was Poe? Poe was definitely played only by child slaves, right?
wait, don't they all sound like that?
So
which,
I-
they
which
all
one?
make this
Which one did you
noise.
play mostly? The
Tinky Winky.
gay,
You were
the
Tinky
gay
Winky?
one?
Usually it's tall. A La La too.
I thought it was funny that they were like Tinky Winky's the gay one.
Yeah.
Well, what's your reason for that? Carries a bag.
Well, they said the upside down triangle is a. I was like, this is news to me.
And purple
I'm-
too. is
What's wrong with
apparently-
purple?
I heard it's a gay color. I
Go
don't know. Don't
Lakers.
tell me.
Anyway, which one did you pick? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm usually Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky,
X.
the tallest one.
I need
Yeah.
a color.
Tinky
I'm the purple
Winky,
one. I'm the
Okay.
gay one.
Dipsy, la la.
Poe. Poe.
That's why I always thought it'd be really funny if you did. Are you controlling this?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I thought it was the title screen.
Holy shit. But just to be clear, I was not just a Teletubby. I was a birthday party entertainer.
One day,
It's
the Teletubbies
About 10 years ago, Adam. A wide-eyed, bushy-tailed Ryan Haley came.
Yeah, got off the
tails.
bus.
Got off the bus. Right, they don't have tails. Yeah, okay. But I got off the bus and was like, I need to make money somehow so I can pay my rent.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make movies, but I didn't know how to make movies when I
hear
got
ya.
here. It's like, how do
I
you
hear ya.
how do I become Steven Spielberg
yep.
already? I need to have a few steps.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Spielberg.
Birthday party clown off Craigslist was my first job here. And I did that for 5 years.
So did you play a whole host of characters?
Every character. I'd show up on a Friday, and then they'd say, "Okay, Ryan, you have like 6 parties this weekend. You're gonna be Mario. You're gonna be SpongeBob. You're gonna be Tinky Winky. You're gonna be Yo Gabba Gabba. You're gonna be Minnie Mouse. Whatever they needed." And then I would go and I pick
Did you
up
ever
the
play
costumes.
the frog from Gullah Gullah Island?
I wish. I love that show.
Did you ever have to do research, like understand the character that you were playing, or was that your first interaction with a Teletubby?
I actually only a couple times. There was one like what's his name? Diego. If you know who Diego is.
Yeah. What's her
From
face?
Dora the
brother?
Explorer.
Yeah, Dora's brother. I had no idea. So I was Diego for one summer. I guess he was popular one summer. So I had to do a little research on that. He has like a talking backpack that I had to learn all about. So yeah, I do a little research sometimes.
I should let you know, I watched a fair amount of Teletubbies.
So okay.
Okay.
For whatever reason, it would like just come on, I guess PBS or whatever. It would be like around the time that I would come back from a class when I was in college. And if I
So you
just
watch
turned the
this in-
TV on,
in your older
it
age,
would
yeah.
just be, it would be the default channel that the television starts on. So you just hit power on, it'd power on to a channel.
So by fair
jump into
amount of
PBS.
Teletubbies, it was that 1 second every day that.
No,
the
because
channel
sometimes I'd
started
just
on?
come in
Okay.
and I'd hit on the remote like instinctively, and I still sometimes do this. Just instinctively, just hit on, and then I'd set my shit down, and then I'd open up my laptop and I'd do stuff.
Then you'd
and
be
it would
hypnotized.
on and then it would just keep going, and then eventually it got to the point where I was sitting watching because it's a show without stakes, without judgment.
Yes.
It's very pure. I don't know how educational it is.
Well, like literally, I watched one recently actually.
Okay.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
and it was like the storytelling is literally like, all right, everyone has a quality, right? Everyone, like one of them, the yellow one, Lala, is like the one that cares about everybody, right? So there's like this one quality they all have. So any kind of gag they're doing, it's like all revolves around that.
Yeah.
So like Poe's just the dumbest one because they're small.
on,
so
Poe.
like Poe's
Jeez.
whole gag in the last one is like. She would just, or I don't know their genders, but Poe would just.
I don't know that they have genders.
Poe would come up like and say hi to the camera, like hi Poe, and then like go like one lap, and then come back to the camera, and go hi Poe.
Well,
It's
it
like,
just
oh,
felt
it's
like
so stupid.
Poe was like a
Poe.
baby.
Right,
It's
exactly.
like, I can't do anything. Meanwhile, Tinky Winky's like, I have to pay the bills.
Right. It's just-
Someone's
look
got to
at-
pay the rent, and I lost my check somewhere in my magic bag that indicates I'm
Yeah,
gay.
Tinky Winky is the leader. You know, kind of is the most assertive
Matriarch.
one. Yes. Sir,
This
sure.
one who just fucked up the yogurt stand is the leader.
You fucked up the yogurt stand.
I
You couldn't
did.
even figure out how to match the colors.
You're getting it all over the carpet, Adam.
I'm not controlling it. The game is playing itself.
Oh. Well, yeah. See, I guess that is kind of what Teletubbies are all about. It's like babies can watch other little baby things be
Yeah.
more babies than them, and they can laugh and go, "Oh, I know what you're all about. I'm like that too."
It's not. It's literally. It's the television equivalent. Oh, I remember Mr. Vacuum. It's a television equivalent of the device that you put a baby on its back down beneath, and it can flick stuff,
Yes.
and then it'll cause lights to splatter.
It is pure
or
distraction.
whatever.
Yes.
I mean, I also watched a lot of Blue's Clues.
I feel like you
Like,
learned
almost
more
in the same,
on there.
almost in the same scenario, because I would just be like, I don't want any drama today.
I don't want to think one second.
One of my favorite things to do, and this is an example of how I hold comedy in higher regard than my own well-being or time, is that I would play Blue's Clues by watching it alone, and then they'd go, "Hey, where's Blue?" Or like, "Do you guys see the paw print?" And I'd shout at the TV the place where it wasn't. Like, check behind the couch! Except it's clearly on the curtain for nobody but myself.
Would they do what you told them to do?
No, they wouldn't. The babies shouting out and go, the curtains were way better than me.
You don't ever want to be good at Blue's Clues, though. I think that says something about you.
Yeah, those are the kinds of people that now post on our movie details. They're people that state the obvious.
Go, did you find Waldo in the book? I sure did.
You know that's only the first part of the book, that in the back of the book it has a whole list of other shit you can do.
Yeah. Well, they're like, now find these other things from Where's Waldo? And they go, I think not.
So tell us, do you have any fun stories? Did you have a company or a boss that you, like, they would call you up, you'd be going about your day,
Yes.
right? You'd be like, all right, I'm going to put these toy soldiers together and recreate war scenes just like Steven Spielberg did, except he was 8 at the time. And then you'd be like, this is how I'm going to spend my whole day. And then your phone would ring, and it was almost certainly a flip phone. You'd flip it open. You'd answer it. What is that like?
I had 2 clown bosses.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, what were
one
their
of
names?
them, one's name was Randy.
Okay.
Without exaggeration, worst person you could work for.
Interesting.
Think about the worst person that you would never want to have around your kids or hire them. And this is like this, like just slimy, just kind of like mean guy who like didn't give like literally if you look at all the reviews on his website, which is called A Aaron's with 2 A's, Happy Kids Entertainment, so that he could get the SEO like the AAAA, you know, and be the first one on every list.
Got it.
Right? And like everybody is just, all the reviews are just like, this guy just like called me a moron and hung up and said, go check the website, bitch. You know, and stuff like that. And he would tell me, he'd be like, I only need like 20 parties a weekend and I'm good, so I don't need like all this other stuff.
Okay.
And so he just was like mean to everybody else, you
Okay.
know? Anyway, I worked for him for a while, but then I worked for a way cooler person way later. And yeah, kind of was that whole system I told you about. I'd show up on Friday.
So Randy was the bad boss.
Randy was the
And
shitty
then
boss.
The good boss.
Yeah.
Was his name.
It was her, and it was
She, her name.
she was
Excuse me, I didn't mean to apply.
She was the
gender to
party artist,
clown
and I
organizing
honestly
industry.
don't remember her name, but she was
okay.
really nice.
That's okay.
I remember the mean one. I don't remember the
Being
nice
bad
one.
leaves a more lasting impression. I had the exact same moment with one of my boss's names last week.
Okay.
Where I had two bosses. One was nice and one was mean, and I could only remember the mean one's
Yeah.
name. And I was like, that sucks. That's a problem.
There was definitely some funny stories like every weekend, but like the most memorable, or I guess the worst story, the most awkward one was like when I'd be Spider-Man. I'm pretty tall.
I was gonna say, 6'5"
Yeah,
Spider-Man
and,
walks in.
Yeah, well, and it's like like spandex pajamas. So there was one time in particular where I was like 15 minutes into the party. We're right out there in their front yard, and we're doing games and stuff. We're halfway through the games, and then the dad comes up to me and goes, "Hey, Spider-Man, I want to talk to you over here." And I'm like, I'm in the middle of this thing going, like suspension of disbelief here. I'm Spider-Man. He's like, all right, sorry kids, I got to go talk to your dad. And then the dad said to me, he's like, hey, so the women were talking, and I think you're showing through your spider suit. So can you go fix that or put something on?
Your dick?
My dick was showing through the spider suit.
outline of your dick
Because
was
they
showing.
didn't give you was a dancer's belt or whatever.
No, I had no dancer's belt, no
Okay.
cock sheath or whatever the hell, and,
Right.
and no jock strap. So
they could see Spider-Man's uncircumcised penis.
they saw my Spidey dick, yes, and
Did you shot web?
I was like, flip.
Yeah.
no,
Watch out, Mary Jane. I'll save you.
Did you
No.
hear any of the kids
I'm
screaming?
around children. But I did have to go right. My car was right in front of their house. So I had to literally go to the kids and say, "Hey guys, just hold on one second. I got to go back to New York. Swing to New York for a second. I forgot something."
You're gonna swing on that cock?
And so then they had to go.
I didn't drive here in a '93 Tercel. Don't you worry.
They had to go inside while I went into my fucking car and put on 5 pairs of underwear I had in my trunk, and then just to create a, it looked like I had a diaper on underneath basically, and it looked ridiculous, and yeah, that was bad.
You're like, JJ's gonna kill me.
This one's for you, Mary Jane.
The kid's like, I can see your dock cock.
Yeah.
I was a Yoga Gabba character at Gwen Stefani's child Zuma's 4th birthday party.
Wait,
Her-
the
wait, the
child's
child's name
name
is
is Zumba?
Zuma, like the
Zuma.
beach in
Oh.
Malibu.
Okay, got it.
Not the workout that doesn't do anything.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's
I
not,
mean, it might.
the kids
It's dancing.
It's not spin
Is it
cycle.
dancing?
But yeah, that was really fun to go, and I went with Randy. So Randy was one of the other shitty Yoga Gabba characters, and then I was, and there's all these pictures we took with professional people photographers. I would love to see at some point, and I'd be like, "That's me inside that fucking
Hey,
suit."
Gwen, if you're watching, can you tweet us the photos of you at Zuma's birthday party with the Yo Gabba Gabba characters? Because Ryan would love to see.
Please, I know it's probably painful because it was when you and Gavin Rossdale from Bush were together, and you're not together anymore.
I mean, if you mention that now, she's not.
I
she's
know,
almost
but
certainly
it's just
not gonna
you
send
can
us
cut him out of it and just send us, crop him out. I still want to see it. I would love to. I had a big part of raising Zuma. We made a connection through my suit. I could tell.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, hopefully you're wearing more underwear this time.
It's a big suit. Trust me. It's no problem.
Is this you as you're being tackled by security trying to get into their house
They
on the
didn't
Hollywood
kick
Hills?
at all.
Did
by the
anyone
way.
ever? Say you're playing Tinky Winky. Did
At that party?
No,
Or-
no. At
Oh, in
any
general.
party.
Yes. Yeah.
Any young mothers or old mothers, I don't give a shit, walk up and say so I heard you're the one that has sex. I heard you're
Has
the
gay sex.
Teletubby that fucks.
Yeah.
Well, but they see it as a challenge. They're like, oh well, I'm gonna bring this Teletubby back to the dark
Now,
side.
here's the other thing too. Was
some
it the
characters
full,
would, not that character.
Was it the full face or was it your face that they saw?
No, it was full face.
Yes,
that would
full
be
face.
terrifying.
How
I'm not
could you
painted
possibly
purple.
do that without full
Yeah.
face?
I've seen Halloween costumes.
With a hanger, a purple hanger on my head. No.
Why is everything a Michelle Gondry video?
No, but when I was Superman or Batman, that was the ones that the
You
mom.
were Superman.
Yeah, baby. I'd get in this buff fucking muscle suit, and then
okay.
the moms would be like, "Hey, Superman, you
Wanted to
know,
see some
Yeah.
you want to have some beers after the party,
Yeah.
you know, after you're off."
She's like, I'm year 15
And I
into this
would.
marriage, and it's not going well. Anyway, what are you doing? Possibly homeless person?
Why don't you call over your friend Randy and we'll have a Justice League of our own?
Yeah.
More than anything, though, I would end up doing like having some beers or shots with the dads after the parties because
Weird.
they loved having like, "Oh, Batman, come hang out with us after the party, dude."
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? And I'd
Jesus,
be
yeah.
like, "All right."
Stupid.
They were rich and stupid, but
They're rich and super. They're hiring costume people off of Craigslist.
no,
Craigslist, you had
I got the
top
job
of
off Craigslist.
Oh, but it wasn't like a company.
No.
Okay, so
No,
they
'cause
were
They put AA, so he was at the top.
gotcha. They were a legit.
Well, that one is the worst
LLC.
because that guy basically was trying to. He was doing the numbers game where he was the cheapest place in town, and so that he could get the most
Yeah,
calls and stuff. So that's why he was being so rude to people on the phone all the time. He didn't give a fuck. But then the next person was a little more expensive, which you get a little.
Premium. That's
a premium. Yeah,
experience.
baby.
Are the prices not listed? Does he just sort of make it up based on how rich the person is?
That's actually a hilarious part of it, is because I'm all these famous characters, right? But when you buy them, when somebody calls the place and they're like, "Hey, can we order Elmo to our party?" And they're like, "Well, actually, if you look at our website, we have Red Monster Guy." And they go, "Yeah, I'm looking at your website. It's Elmo." And they're like, "No, that's Red Monster Guy. Would you like him to come to your party?" And so they get around
you couldn't actually-
the IP. So I was always Italian plumber dude
Or
spongy guy.
Gay purple weird thing.
Yeah, it was. No, that was Purple Monster, is what that was.
Oh, God.
Purple Monster, Yellow Monster, Red Monster, Green Monster.
I'm sure some of those drunk mothers after a few margaritas wanted to see your purple monster.
Did you ever get the bunny?
Do you get the bunny?
I don't know. It seems like you just interact with the things in the world, and then
This
that
is a
creates
cool looking video game.
Please take that back.
If I was a kid, I
So
would
you've done
play
this
the
one.
shit
That
out of this.
I can end it at any
it's a
time.
drama.
How does a
Yeah.
child read all those words?
I think that
The mom does it.
I would
for
say the
them.
only thing I could assume about this, the intention of this game, is that it's made so that way someone will play it, and there'll just be a baby sitting there
Yeah.
watching that can't see more than 3 inches in front of its face.
You know what I bet would be cool for a preschool video game is when they get the eye tracker cameras more, so then kids can just look at it and it'll be like a game of them looking.
Sorry, I did this one already.
Activity ends after 2 minutes. Did you see that?
It just ends.
That's what it said.
Yeah,
So-
I'm starting to think there's no real narrative here. I think it's just
What did you think this was going to have a campaign and a story mode? And oh no, Lala's missing. You have to go find Lala.
I thought there'd be something.
Dark Knight of the Soul.
One time I did kind of save a child as Spider-Man.
Really?
That was pretty cool.
Were you also what put the child in danger?
No.
Oh.
But it was in like a pretty bad part of town. Right, because I would go to that was one of the cool parts about I really learned LA when I came here because I'd go to Malibu and go to the richest part of town and then go to the worst part and then go to all over an hour.
Well, it's Malibu and then not Malibu.
Well, right, but that was just the two extremes. But yeah, and one time I was in this really shitty part of town, and sorry.
No, goddamn it.
Oh, whoa, that was crazy.
Are you a baby?
Well,
There's the same thing twice.
There's only one button, and it's to go fast and pick things up. So I can walk slow, but if I go slow,
So tell us the story about you saving this kid.
So basically,
Excuse me, traumatizing this kid.
we were I was Spider-Man, and we were in the front yard, and I was making 1 million balloon animals for everybody, and then all of a sudden I hear a big commotion, like people yelling, and something's going on in the street, and I just look over, and a bunch of the guys at the party are beating the shit out of this one dude in the middle of the street.
Like a grown man.
Yeah, grown men are all in a big fist fight in the middle of the
And
street.
they're like, Spider-Man, do something, and you're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
and then you look down at your dick outline. I'm gonna die today.
I didn't bring my diaper today. No, so that happened, and apparently so all the moms were rushing to make sure the kids were cool and stuff.
Yeah.
And what had happened was that the dad of the kid who apparently was a big fuck up and not invited to the party, came to come to his crash the kid's party, and then was trying to like be pretty aggressive.
Spider-Man being there.
Well, and then they beat the shit out of the kid's dad at the party.
So what did you do?
So hold on, I'm not to that point yet.
Okay.
So then,
Wait, so who's beating up who? The kids are beating up a dad?
The other grown men at the party are beating up the dad who tried to crash the birthday party of his son.
Yes.
Because he is an asshole, I guess.
I guess
Jesus.
something's going on in the family.
There's a schism.
Yeah, there's a schism. And so then it was like, all right, that happened. The guy's gone. Party's back on and stuff. And then it's like we go back out. I'm making balloon animals and stuff. If you can imagine this, there's a fence. My back's up to it, and then I'm making like this awesome balloon hat for the main birthday kid. And then all of a sudden, I just hear somebody come up from behind me. And it's literally like I just hear this guy go like, Danny, and I turn around and it's the bloody dad who'd run back up and like is trying to crawl back over me to get to the kid and goes, Danny, happy birthday, and I'm just like, whoa, and he's like getting blood all over me, and I'm like grabbing the kid, and like everyone's like, hey, get the fuck out of here.
You're like, not today,
Yeah.
Green Goblin.
Yeah, right.
You're hurting my daddy.
Yeah, Dr. Octopus, I see through you. And then, I got the kid and then like grabbed him while the guy's trying to come at me. But then by that time, a couple other dads had like grabbed the bloody other dad and then started to beat him up.
In this scenario, it's the mother who is like a terrible parent, and the father.
Right. And I'm doing the
father's
dirty work.
like she works for the mob or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's like, no, we're not gonna raise my son in this world.
He's a
And
charity
she's like,
worker,
She's
social
like,
servant.
well, he's gonna be a criminal when he grows up. I say, because that's how they talked.
Right.
And then he's like, no, I'll protect you, Danny. And then he's like, I'll show up at the party. And he shows up. Bunch of other mobster dads
Yeah.
are there. They beat the shit out of him in the street. He comes crawling back. No, my son! And then here comes Spider-Man.
Yeah, bad luck.
Carrying him away. His one opportunity to help his son escape.
Whip. Time to go.
Daddy!
Ugh.
When I first moved out to LA, I was in a similar position where I was like, I just have to make money.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they tell you is any job in the entertainment industry is at least a job in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Like you got to start somewhere. And
I'm
then
an
from there-
actor performer, yes.
Yeah, so-
don't ask me where though.
But I was like, well, I spent a lot of time learning how to edit. I feel like I should be able to use that skill set because you also don't realize the difference between amateur level, like I just finished school where I learned this skill, to what professionals actually do.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I feel like I should be able to get an editing job, except the only things that like you could find on Craigslist or whatever were porn.
Okay.
And I was like,
Yeah.
How deep into that
maybe.
did you get?
I was like, what? That's the worst. What's the worst that could? And it paid pretty well.
Yeah.
Like it was like more money than you would think. And I was like, maybe. And then I ultimately never went to it because I was like, it'll ruin porn for me.
That's why.
Yeah. I was like, this'll if I see the inner workings of it, like if I see how the fudge is packed, as it were.
Sure.
I'm
yeah.
not sure that, and it's not like I'll get to choose. It's not like I'll only get to choose the kind of porn that I enjoy or even the porn that I hate. There'll just be all kinds of stuff, and I was like, never
Yeah.
mind.
It was-
Then I ended up getting a job watching Born Supremacy 20 times, so it worked out.
Similar but different.
I had
You
a
know-
buddy. Sorry.
Oh, nothing. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I had a buddy similar job where he ended up. He was like, went to film school like at SCAD and paid like $1 bazillion to do that, and then like I was like, hey, what are you doing now? And he's like, well, I work for Hustler. And I'm a quality control person where literally he's in charge of the people that just get paid to watch the porn and make sure there's no boom mics and shit. So
That seems like a waste of money.
yeah.
Spending someone to do
Like
that.
who cares? If,
I feel like I must have seen 1,000 boom mics
Yeah.
without realizing it.
Yeah.
and all
right,
kinds of
or maybe
porn.
like
Well-
dropped frames and stuff. I don't know.
I feel like most porn editors typically they go through and it's too loud. And they just turn the entire audio timeline down because it's just one big chunk. There's no cuts. And they
How
go,
dare you.
There, I fix it because in the very beginning, like, hi, marriage for your pizza.
What are you doing right now?
Following the
What?
vacuum.
Are you the vacuum or are you following the vacuum?
Nothing. He's just pressing a button to make it go
what the
faster. slower.
What the fuck, Poe? What are you doing to that
Yeah.
thing?
What did they do?
Yeah.
The vacuum looks
Get away from the
traumatized.
shaft.
By the way, we've officially been playing this for longer than an episode of Teletubbies lasts.
Wow.
Normally they'd all gather to have sung outside in the streets.
We've officially been playing this 1,000 times the normal attention span of a 1-year-old.
Tubby toast. Naughty Nunu.
New, that's new, of course. You doing it again?
Hold any of the buttons. Speed up
new up, and the Teletubbies. Wait, what are the other options?
Ooh, fun!
You already
Go
did
faster.
this. You already did this. Press. Yeah, and
Aw.
press start. Hit square. We're gonna play as a new Teletubby.
Oh.
I want to play as Lala.
Yeah!
Give it to me.
Go for it. I don't think your character makes any difference.
What are you talking about? She's faster.
Oh yeah, what are her stats? Oh, well, you're right. There's different games.
Lala's the one that
Look at
cares
that.
about
Oh my
the other
God.
Teletubbies the most compassionate.
Yep, that's me.
So it's Swedish, right? Is that what it is? Norwegian or something weird?
Don't know.
I don't. Yeah.
I mean, because it crosses all languages. It doesn't really matter. You just change up the narrator, and they all just talk in their gibberish, right?
That is cool that gibberish is kind of a universal language amongst all races and ethnicities.
Why'd you stop?
Because I had done everything to see in that activity. Shut up,
What-
baby.
what is the baby?
Where
It's
is
a
that
sun
baby now?
The
What is-
baby represents the viewer.
Oh.
Yes, see?
So the
Baby represents the
so
viewer.
they're entertaining us?
Yeah. Oh, I found it. This is how it ends. This is how the show normally ends, right?
We're
The
gonna
windmill blows.
Uh-oh.
The baby laughs. The windmill blows, and they do a dance, and it ends.
Oh.
I hated being a Teletubby, by the way, more than the other ones.
Why? It
Because
looks pretty
you
comfortable.
just know that it's for 1 and 2-year-olds. You can't have a party with 2-year-olds, man.
Can you?
Oh yeah, then they have dreams.
Could you not like borrow the suit for the weekend and?
Oh, dude, I do that all the time. I met some of my best friends literally just wandering around LA in these costumes after work. I swear. Like, I would like be like so pumped.
Oh, Lala was chosen.
For
Like,
what?
I go to the
Yeah!
bar. Oh yeah, we get to see real live action stuff.
Shit, yeah. This is what would happen in the show. They'd
Yeah.
all gather. They'd pray to the windmill god. The windmill god would say, "I shoot, dance for me," and they'd all dance.
Wow.
And then one of them would have their bellies chosen to have a video
That's
played
right,
on.
yes.
Okay.
And they'd all watch a video of children that are about to be murdered.
Through their stomachs.
Yeah, in their belly.
How awesome would that be when we have TV screens on our bodies?
This all seems like it's related to Scientology for some reason, or like New Age paganism.
Teletubbies was a show that was sent from the future. That's what we're going to evolve into. And
Oh.
these are our archives.
This is the most sophisticated show of the future.
Yeah, this is our Prince of Darkness. This is the vision they were trying to send us to warn us.
It's like in Contact, the plans for the ship.
Uh-huh.
This is what they sent back.
Okay.
So we have to interpret it.
The best thing is they get the children from the video to do the narration.
Yeah.
So they're like, "The ducks swim. I have wet.
Is English their
Daddy's
first
not
language?
coming home."
Back to the
These
ducks.
sections I think were British or something.
Oh, okay, like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like you have the template, you have the base, which is the Sentai thing where they're all fighting. For some reason, it looks like it's filmed on 16mm or whatever. And then you're like, and now they're white kids. So I'm like, oh, weird. Okay, they can just go back and forth.
Have you been to the Power Ranger base up north? It's like a Jewish temple.
Yeah.
You been there?
Where's Zordon?
Oh, Zordon's house. Yeah, no, because I lived near
Zordon's.
I lived near Castaic Lake growing up. Is where they would just randomly be hanging out at the park, and the Putty Patrol would attack them. So that was cool. That and Alex
Oh, yeah.
Mack was filmed at my middle school.
Oh, nice.
You're almost famous.
Yeah.
I got to look at the back of Alex Mack's head.
It's not as cool as The Firm being filmed in Memphis in 1994 and my mom's hand being in it.
You're right. It isn't as cool. And I'm not sure anything ever will be again. Between you as Tinky Winky and sex offender Spider-Man
Yeah.
and your mom being in The Firm,
Her hand.
you might be the most famous person that works at Rooster Teeth.
Is that mom a stripper or
I
a?
work bar mitzvahs and parties.
She's like, "Come on, I gotta go fuck a purple monster."
You were asking about my research routine. Yes. And one of the cool parts about the job is that like you can take the party routine and do it for any character, you know. It's like it's just the voice is different.
Okay.
So cuz I come in, I say what's up to the birthday kid.
A lot of this probably.
Yeah.
I say, "Hey, birthday kid, where are you?" And then I do this. I'm like, I go up and give high fives to everyone. Hey, high five, Adam. High five. High five.
Jesus.
Ow!
Because then you make kid feel strong.
And then the
'cause
kid's
you're
like,
a hero.
oh yeah, and then the next kid's like, high five, and then they go way hard, like, oh.
Well-
then you immediately get them in your grasp. They're
Yeah,
like,
now they're
hell
in it.
yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this person, and then they do for the whole hour. But it's cool because you're paid to hang out, and then you
Well-
play games, and then you do magic, and then you do balloon animals, and then you cut the cake and sing happy birthday, and you get the fuck out of there with your tip.
By then, it's been 12 hours and you're ready to go.
It's 1 hour.
Oh,
Well,
1 hour?
Yeah, all in 1 hour.
How much do you get paid for 1 hour of that?
Take a guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna say $45.
Okay.
I mean, that's not a bad hourly rate. I'm going to say, how much would someone charge is the question. I'm going to say you got $50, but they charged like $150 or something.
Okay. And
Adam said 45.
Adam said 45. And what do you think they're charging, Adam?
Oh, like probably like $500 to $600.
Not for the cheapo one.
Oh, cheapo would probably be at most $150 depending on how many they got.
You're all kind of close. So I would get I would get more than that. I'd get $65.
Not bad.
For 1 hour.
Not
and
bad.
then
That's
plus
with tips?
Plus tips.
Oh.
And yeah. So I was sometimes making over $100 in an hour.
Not bad.
What are you doing at this crap?
I was going to say, yeah.
Well,
why'd
that's
you
the thing.
stop?
You only get 6 or 7 hours a fucking weekend, so it's like it kind of is like whatever. And it's during Saturday afternoons, which is cool because then you can do other shit. 'Cause that's when parties are. Kids' birthday parties, Saturday and Sunday.
Typically, yeah, not
afternoons.
on a Tuesday
Right.
at 5 p.m.
Yeah. So then, but if you're just a regular clown, you only get $50.
No.
Oh.
It's mainly if you're in these kind of crazy costumes, you get 65.
These unlicensed costumes.
Yeah,
you know how much they charge?
purple monster. Oh yeah. So they charge. You guys are right. It was like for something like this, it'd be like about $150 to $200.
Not bad.
Okay, well, that's good. Speaking of running out of time,
Oh my
we're
God,
out.
I was
where's the
just
time
getting into
going?
it. Lala didn't even get inside.
I know
Uh-oh.
we might be able to. Wait, hold on. What is that?
Oh,
Do you hear that? Hold on.
What's going on? You hear what?
Phone's ringing.
oh,
This old phone that's just been sitting here. Hello,
oh,
Randy.
oh no! Oh,
on.
no! No!
Randy's on. Yeah, he's here. Can you talk to Randy?
No!
Okay, put that to your ear and just look at the camera.
Yeah.
No.
What do you want, Randy?
Don't say anything. Just stare at the camera. And then pretend he's saying, I'm putting the team back together, and I need you.
I will.
You should make the VO be, I'm putting the team back together and I need you. And then he goes, I will.
I didn't know what to say. I'm sorry, Randy.
It's fine. I can save it.
Tinky Winky. Dipsy.
How do I save states?
La la. But why can't I go inside?
It's funny how La La and Po was so deeply embedded in your mind. You could
I
tell
knew
the
the
cadence.
song.
You
I knew the
cadence.
song, and I knew it's
Yeah.
all dumb shit. It's all the most basic level. What's going on? I'm trapped in a Groundhog Day.
Yeah.